Alright, what's up guys, Brad here. Today we're going to be reviewing the 35 cards from the Darkmoon Races, the small mini set, 35 cards. Yeah, it just kind of dropped on us, so let's just jump into it. It comes out tomorrow, by the way, so 21st of January. Definitely check it out if, it's like 15 bucks. 2,000 gold, should have that by now, so it's a pretty good deal. So, by the way, Rustwick's 5 mana 5 for Demon, Deathrattle, shuffle 3 random prime legendary minions into your deck. This is, I think, pretty strong. I kind of don't care for it because I think that the primes are supposed to be kind of like class specific, and now you're taking them and, Warlock's going to be able to get all of them, right? So, I don't know. I think it's like a little powerful, which is why I don't like it. Because if you use Ebonlock just in your deck by itself, and then you're able to, not play a lot of demons, you can resurrect him and kind of keep the cycle going, possibly, right? Getting 6 random prime legendaries, there's a chance you get another Ebonlock. So, I think it's a little powerful in that way if the meta goes that way, right? And because I feel like it's kind of on a slower side based on right now, which from what I've heard, I don't play a ton of stuff right now. I play mainly Battlegrounds. I think it's mainly an aggressive style for now, but I still think it's a pretty great card, so I'll give it 4 stars. Keyword and Ivory, 5 mana 4/5. Battlefield, discover a dual class spell from any class. Spellburst, get another copy. Another just solid card for rogues, rogue and mage. I specifically like rogue a little bit better, but yeah, it's a powerful one. There's not a ton of spellburst stuff. I feel like the not spellburst, excuse me, dual class cards that I love, but they, just it's a small pool, so getting the ones that you may really want is pretty doable. I mean, the Coerce is a pretty good spell to get for any class, really. So I would say it's a pretty good card. I think it's okay though, so I'll give it 3 stars. Landslide, 2 mana spell for Shaman, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions, and then if you're overloaded, deal 1 damage again. So to me, this is a really strong effect. So if you have, say you have the spell damage weapon in your hand, you attack face or something, and then you play Sludge Slurper. This is like all on turn 3, right? Play Sludge Slurper, and you play Landslide. I mean, you're doing 4 damage to the entire board. It's pretty insane for how cheap it is. So yeah, I think this is a really good card. Honestly, I think this is so strong, I'll give it 5 stars. I think this is like one of the better like area of effect spells that we've seen. Next up we have Light Steed, 4 mana 3/6 elemental. Your healing effects also give affected minions +2 health. So I'm thinking if you use Holy Nova, you heal and you give +2 health to everything on your side of the board, which is pretty nuts. And your hero power also becomes heal for 2, give 2 health. Yeah, this is a really cool, strong effect. Not sure how powerful it's gonna be. Priest just sucks in general. Priest is such a boring class to play, in my opinion. But people that love it, it's just resurrect right now. And I don't know, I'm sick of seeing the same cards all the time in Priest, so that's just me. So, but anyways, I think it's a pretty great card though, so I'll give it 4 stars. Prison Celestial, 3 mana 4/5, dormant for 2 turns, spellburst, give your minions Divine Shield. This is pretty powerful. If you play it, I feel like you're mainly playing it in an aggressive deck. I don't know how aggressive Paladin is though. They're mainly mid-range. They mainly play the Librium and Paladin only cards. I can't remember what that's, just pure Paladin, whatever, right? it fits into Pure Paladin, but Pure Paladin runs a very wide range of spells and, you know, cards and everything. So just because of that, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think it's okay. Armor Vendor, 1 mana, 1/3 neutral battlecry. Give 4 armor to each hero. Honestly, this is 110% just a warrior card in my opinion, and it's pretty awesome. They have some cards. I've snuck a couple peeks down below. I don't remember all the cards, but I do remember one specifically, and it's armor specific, and this card fits right in with it. So giving 4 armor to each hero is pretty solid for warrior. So I'll give it 4 stars. Barricade, a 4 mana spell for Paladin and Warrior. Summon a 2/4 Guard with Taunt. If you're its only minion, summon another. It's powerful. I'm thinking of Spirit Wolves, I think it is, or Shaman. It reminds me of that. Just +1 mana with +1 health, each of them. And on top of that, you're not overloading, so I'm about to sneeze, by the way. So yeah, pretty solid. I'm not blown away by it, but I know it's got good stats. So, you know, it's basically 4/8 in stats of taunts. So I'll give it the 4 stars for not to. Kind of nuts that I'm giving a lot of 4 stars out, by the way. I mean, it is a small set, so they're all going to be pretty powerful and impactful, I think. Dreaming Drake, 3 mana, 3/4 dragon with taunt, corrupt gain, +2/+2. So it's a 3 mana 5/6 in Druid, which is pretty heavy in general. Obviously, I don't think you're playing this in Treant Druid, but in anything else, this is pretty damn powerful, guys. I love it. I'm definitely giving 4 stars. Nitro Boost Poison, 1 mana spell, give a minion +2 attack, and corrupt, and your weapon. Okay, so 2 attack to a minion and your weapon if you played something larger, right? That's also pretty nuts. It's in Warrior and Rogue. I like it. It's super cheap for Rogue. Combo enabler. Use it. By the way, I started messing around with old school Miracle Rogue again with Gadgets and Auctioneer. Kind of fun. So it works with that too, which I like. But realistically, I like it in the Sword Rogue, and just in general with Warrior, it's pretty solid, to be honest. I mean, Warrior has a lot of weapons, and even +2 attack for 1, you know, I think 4 to split between your weapon and attack is solid, like real solid. So I'll give it 4 stars. Moonfang, 5 mana 6/3 beast, legendary, can only take 1 damage at a time. A cool concept, but I think it's kind of weak. The only reason why I think it's kind of weak is you go against something with you know, like a mage, all of a sudden it's now a 6/1 basically, right? Because they're not gonna run anything into it, maybe, or maybe they will. My guess is they're probably gonna hero power it, wait, you kill one thing, your choice, and then they just hero power it again, and then it's gone. So I mean, it does have good stats for what it is, but you gotta hope that they don't do something like the Shaman, right? Doing Landslide. So Landslide would completely ruin its day. I'm going too far. So Moonfang, I honestly think it's kind of a meme-ish card, so I'll give it 2 stars. Lucky Soul Hoarder, 3 mana 3/4 battlecry, shuffle 2 soul fragments in your deck and corrupt, draw card. Yeah, I mean, it's Demon Hunter, Warlock, Soul Shard stuff. And honestly, it's another powerful effect. So yeah, I'll give it 4 stars. I think Demon Hunter and Warlock cards are, like, the Soul Shard stuff is just insane anyways. So yeah. Saddle Master, 3 mana 3/4. After you play a beast, add a random beast to your hand. Honestly, I don't care for this card much at all, because to me it's a little too expensive. If you're playing, you know, if you're playing something to generate minions and stuff, you probably want it to be a little bit cheaper. Like, I think if you had a 1 mana 1/1, or even like 1 mana 0/1, this is like the whole reason you're playing it. That would be kind of cooler. But at a 3/4, it's like you're probably wanting to wait till it's at least like 7, you know, the 7th turn or something like that, where you're dropping it, and I don't know if it's worth it, so kind of gonna give it like a 2 stars. I think it's just meme-ish. Alright, Spiked Wheel, 1 mana, 0/2, as +3 attack while your hero has armor. This is what I'm talking about with that 1 mana, 1/3 neutral card. This card is nuts. This is a Fire War Axe for 1 mana. Yeah. Yep, this is gonna let that one sink in. I don't know why they printed this. This is nuts. So, I'll give it 5 stars. That's insane. The chance that Warrior doesn't have armor is pretty low. And if they need armor, they just hero power. So, yeah, 5 stars. That's probably the best turn warrior you could do right there. Play that card. Sparkjoy Cheat, 3 mana, 3/3. Battlecry, if you're holding a secret, cast it and draw a card. This is awesome. Actually, I don't think we've seen something where the Battlecry is you pull the card out, other than that Pirate, which is you play Pirate, the Pirate comes out of play. Like, we haven't seen it specifically say, like, you cast a card from your hand. I think this is awesome, right? In Rogue, Rogue secrets are pretty solid, but, you know, Bamboozle with this guy is awesome. I'll tell you that. I think it's really, really good combo right there, so, I'll give it 4 stars, also. Shenanigans, 2 mana, secret for Rogue. When your opponent draws their 2nd card in a turn, transform it into a banana. I like it, yo. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, it's just disruptive, right? So, I like it. I'll give it 3 stars. I think it's okay. It's not the best secret I've seen for Rogue or anybody, but it's pretty solid. Next we have Rally, which is a Priest and a Paladin. So 4 mana, resurrect a friendly 1-cost, 2-cost, and 3-cost minion. So probably gonna have to build it specifically around this, which you know, there's some decent options, I feel like, but overall, I mean, I'm not going to take away from it, because I know sometimes some of the weak guys being, you know, just flooding the board with a bunch of stuff is pretty powerful, even if it's low cost. So I can't take away from it. But I'm gonna say 3 stars, just because comparing for like priests, what they usually normally want to resurrect, they want to resurrect big things, and this doesn't hit it as well. Imprisoned Phoenix, 2 mana, 2/3. It's a Shaman and a Shaman Mage card. Dormant for 2 turns and spell damage +2. I like it. We don't see a lot of spell damage +2 things, so I really enjoy that. But I think it's just okay. 3 stars. Conjure Mana Biscuit. Add a biscuit to your hand that refreshes 2 mana crystals. I want to see, though. Does it say... I want to know what the biscuit cost. Like, I kind of like the card. But... So basically, like, how I'm reading this is... It's like turn 2. You can just ping face or ping off a guy. Or maybe you play the Conjure Mana Biscuit just to hold on to 2 extra mana for the next turn. I like it. Don't know why it's Mage, though. That's kind of a strange one, right? I don't know how it's going to work. I think it's kind of a meme. Kind of cool, but it's kind of like a meme, I think. So I'll give it 2 stars. Mist Runner, a 5 mana 4/4 Battle Cry. Give a friendly minion a +3/+3 and overload 1. So it's basically a 5 mana 7/7 with overload 1. The 3/3 has kind of like rush charge. It's interesting. It's kind of expensive, I feel like, so I'll give it 3 stars. Felfire Deadeye, 2 mana 2/3. Your hero power costs 1 less. So this is Hunter and Demon Hunter. That's exactly what Demon Hunter and Hunter need. Demon Hunter needs a free hero power, and Hunter needs 1 mana Smork. It's going to be a good card. I mean, it's going to be in these decks that are obnoxious, so 4 stars. Guidance. 1 mana Druid Shaman. Look at 2 spells, add 1 to your hand, overload 1 to get both. I like it because you get the option. Maybe one sucks and you're just like, I'll take 1 card. But maybe you want both. So both are powerful, it works out. I think it's decent. Not like amazing. It's decent. Don't even know if it fits in anything. Only spell druid I can think of. Maybe a spell shaman. Spell druid is the only thing I really can think of, so I'll give it 3 stars for that. Resizing pouch. It's Hunter Druid. Discover a card with cost equal to your remaining mana crystals. That's pretty cool. Why is it a Hunter card? Is that Hunter? It looks like Hunter. Yeah, that's definitely Hunter. Demon Hunter is the darker green. It's kind of cool. Especially in mainly Druid. I don't know why it's a Hunter. But Demon Hunter, I mean, Demon Hunter in Druid, yeah. I can see this being played for sure. I'll give it 3 stars also. Runaway Blackwing, a neutral 9 mana 9/9 dragon. At the end of your turn, deal 9 damage to a random enemy minion. I like it. Any cheating effects to get out big stuff works great. See it in Druid. I can see it in the Muckmorph Shaman, which is kind of cool. Dual Paladin, which is kind of memeish, but it's there. Yeah, I could see it being played. I'll give it 3 stars. Stereo 3 mana Priest Warlock spell. Choose a minion. It attacks random minions until it dies. So the cool thing is you could do it on your own minion. Maybe you drop some big boy and you're like, alright, go kill stuff. That works. You could choose it on one of their minions you want to specifically maybe clear out their board. So you have nothing on your board and it just starts attacking their own stuff. It's a cool removal tech. I like it. I'll give it 4 stars. I think it's pretty solid actually. Illidari Studies, a 1 mana spell. For Demon Hunter, discover an outcast card. Your next one cost 1 less. Yeah, so I mean it's pretty solid. Overall, I think it's kind of one of the weaker Demon Hunter cards, which is strange. So I'll give it 3 stars. Saber 4 mana 5/6 demon can only attack if your hero attacked this turn. It's just stupid powerful. I mean, they have a card that gives them a free hero power, and they also only have a 1 mana hero power. It's basically a 5 mana 5/6. But realistically, I still think it's worth playing. I mean, it would have Summoning Sickness anyways in 4, so yeah. I think it's really good. So I'll give it 4 stars. Grab Rider, 2 mana 1/4 Murloc with Russian Wind Fury. I like it. I like the artwork also. That's pretty awesome. I don't know. I mean, Murloc stuff is always hard to underestimate because it always looks kind of underwhelming, but usually it's pretty powerful. But I don't think this one's that great. I mean, you're doing basically 2 damage to something. And it's probably dying if you're killing something with this thing, right? Yeah, I'll give it 2 stars. I think it's kind of memeish for now. It could definitely go up in categories, but as of right now, I don't think people are gonna play this card. Backfire, 3 mana Warlock spell. Draw 3 cards, deal 3 damage to your hero. Yeah, this is nuts. People will be playing this for sure. That's gonna be I'll be 5 stars. I think it's really solid. Alright, another legendary, 5 mana 3/5 Priest legendary battle card. Reduce the cost of all cards in your hand and deck by 2. Yeah. That's cool. That's really cool actually, but man, I hate Priest. I think it's solid though. I mean, I think that people are gonna be experimenting with a Corrupt Priest now. I mean, there's obviously stuff that could be played, but I'll give it 4 stars for now. I think there's a chance you can do some clown shenanigans with this guy, right? I think there's definitely some shenanigans to be had. It could be even end up higher at some point, but I'll give it the 4 stars. Arbor up, 5 mana Druid spell, summon 2/2/2 treants, give your minions +2/+1. I like this a lot, actually. So it's not the buff plus, it's the treant stuff. Overall, you already have stuff on the board. It's this is an awesome card for treant druid. The chances usually you have similar stuff. I don't think you're playing this just straight up on turn 5. I think you're playing this as long as you have something else. So I think this is going to be pretty insane, like point where I'm going to give it 5 stars. Like, I think this is going to be nuts. Yeah, it's pretty damn good, guys. Pull a shot. 2-mana hunter spell. Deal 1 damage to a minion and 2 damage to its neighbors. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's going to make it so you want to, you know, think about positioning. So, I mean, 2 mana, 5 damage is solid. It's not as good as, like, Minefield for Warrior, but I think it's decent enough. I don't know how well it's going to play out, but I'll give it 3 stars. Glacier Racer, 1 mana, 1/3, spell burst, deal 3 damage to all frozen enemies. Ooh. So, I mean, this is basically a 1 mana, 1/3, and then, so turn 4, I'm thinking, you do this with Frost Nova, right? And then you're doing 3 damage to their whole board. How good is that, though? I mean, it's decent. Like a Flame Ward, but you have to play a 1 mana, 1/3. Trying to think what else. You can't do Ray of Frost unless you Ray of Frost things first. You leave 1, and then you play the 1 mana. But that's the same thing as Frost Nova, right? I think there's gonna be some experimenting on that. I think it's interesting. I'll give it 3 stars. I think it's pretty interesting. All right, so for some reason my microphone cut out at the end here, but the Librium of Judgment, 7 mana, 5/3 weapon for Paladins, corrupt gain lifesteal. I think this is a very powerful card, but the only thing is this: it depends on how powerful it is. If it is reduced by Librium effects, if it's reduced by Librium effects, 5 stars, 110% of the way. If not, I'll give it 4 stars. Pretty simple as that. Having lifesteal on weapon is really solid. That's why the Death Knight was so powerful for Paladins, realistically. I think that weapon carried it a lot of the way. Obviously, you get the combo and you can do the 1-turn kill, but overall, people were also just playing because it was a 2 mana, 2/2 every turn, and if they didn't kill the 2/2s, it got out of hand, right? Plus, you had a 5/3 with lifesteal. So, yeah, I'll give it 4 stars unless it gets reduced by the Libriums, and then it's 5 stars. Ironclad, 3 mana, 2/4 mech for Warrior. Battlecry, if your hero has armor, gain +2/+2. So it's a 4/6 for 3 mana for Warrior, essentially, because I don't see when they don't have armor. Between their hero power, the weapon, the 1/3 neutral, all of this stuff together, I think that, this kind of menagerie, slower style Warrior is going to be really solid. I think it's a 5-star card. And finally, Death Ward, 3 mana, 2/5 with a neutral, with Deathrattles can't trigger. I think this is pretty much just printed for Envoy Rustwicks. That's just my opinion. But overall, I mean, it's still just a solid card with decent stats, and it's a good effect, right? Overall, I think it's still a powerful effect. So I'll give it the old 4 stars. Overall, I think the set's pretty solid. For 2,000 gold or $14, $15, excuse me. I think it's a decent purchase. I think there's a good amount of solid cards here. So let me know what you guys think, and have a great one.